I thought I'd make first of all, I've been using Gillette razors. Oh, I mean, when I started shaving when I was 17, 18, 80, 81. And I tell you what, I love Gillette. But their razor blades, man, they're expensive. Well, they're very pricey. It's like $4 a blade. Of course, that's no excuse to be unshaven. And I don't know, that would break a rich man up. It's about $4 a blade. Who can afford to go in the store and buy a bulk of them for $40? What I'm going to be forced to do is look at the other brands. They're probably just as bad, but I got to get a cheaper method of shaving. And what dulls my blades so bad, my hair grows too fast. And I think part of that problem is because I ride a bike, which increases hormone production, which makes hair grow faster. Well, anyway, just forgive me, I haven't shaved. Sorry about that. When I was in fifth grade, I've got a couple things here. If I don't forget, I want to talk about. Well, when I was in fifth grade, my math teacher, Mrs. Boffman, her and some teachers got a contest going of math speed races, and it was several classes that was participating in this. Anyway, it happened about a whole week of each day of math races. In other words, I'd go to the chalkboard and there'd be three at a time, and the teacher would go, okay, 397 times or multiplied by 240. You have big three number multiplications. Now here's how fast. Now I don't know if it's because I was hyper, it helped, I don't know. I was so fat. Now, when you do a multiplication, do you have to think a little bit? Do you have to think like 7 and 7? Do you have to think a little bit? Here's how fast I was. I did not have to think. I already knew the number. Well, to make a long story short, overall, I came in second in the whole school on speed. A boy by the name of Michael Plummer. Another boy is Greg Snyder. See, the teachers took the cream of the crop, had every student go to the board to test their speed. And they only picked 3 of the best, sort of like, as a tournament toward the end. Like it was on a Friday, we had a tournament. Just the 3 of us, over and over. And I'll never forget him, Michael Plummer. I liked him. Oh, and you had to, as soon as you wrote the answer, you had to turn around and face the class. And and they had a stopwatch. Our teacher had a stopwatch. Real nice teacher. Little chubby. I really liked her, Mrs. Frontenac. Anyway, she had a stopwatch, very precision. And the second you turned around, you could hear her click that stopwatch. Now, overall, and she even looked at the class. Class, do you agree with me? Overall, over numerous times we've done this. We've done this so many times we almost got sick of doing it. She's like, overall, it was fun to do though. Overall, Michael Plummer had me by 2 seconds. That's all. Oh, he was fast. Now, I would watch him at the board when the other students would go and race against him. Oh, he just, and I was that fast too, but overall he got me by 2 seconds. Greg Snyder, I beat him. He was a cool. But I came in second. Now, I bet 99% of you, when you do a math problem, whether it's you're figuring out your bills or whatever, you have to think just a fraction of you have to think just a little bit. I was so good that I did not even have to think. You know how you draw that line for the total after you're doing all your calculations? You know how you draw that line for the total? I didn't have to think. I already knew the numbers. That's how fast I was. Am I still that fast? Sometimes I am. Here about 25 years ago, a family, my neighbor, invited me over to watch a movie. You know, the wife and kids was there, and I forget what I was watching, but there was a scene of happened to be a scene of a classroom, and they was doing multiplication by, believe it or not, 3 numbers, and I did it so fast it blew them away. Of course, that's been 25 years ago. But when I had when I had my math races, that was let me think here, 1975, yeah, 1970, and I can still just look at a number. I think it helped me to become an expert in Morse code. You know, there's good and there's bad in being a little hyper. But I come in second, extremely precision here. I come in second, and she had a stopwatch in the whole school, Maysville Elementary. But Michael Plummer, overall, he got me by 2 seconds. Oh, he was fast. I mean, you know, and once in a while I'd look over to see how far he's got, so I'd try to catch up with him. And sometimes you get a little nervous and you drop your chalk. That count against you, of course. But yeah, I was that fast. But 99% of you have to think. It takes you maybe a fraction of a second or two to come up with that calculation in your head. Like I say, maybe you're making out bills, you're doing a little multiplying tables. You have to calculate just a little bit. I did not have to do that. I knew the answer that fast. But Michael Plummer beat me overall by 2 seconds. Wow, he was a cool guy. I really liked him. And Greg Snyder, he was a cool guy. But all day Friday, she kept us at the, it got old because she's done it so many times because we was the cream of the crop. Over and over and over. I think about 7 or 8 times she made us do it. Then her final results was I came in second. You know, you got to be proud of second. But anyway, and then let's fast forward quickly here. What's the craziest? One of the reasons why I haven't made a video in a few days, I've had a virus on my phone causing my camera on my phone not to work properly. Anyway, I think I got most of the viruses out. I'm not sure. I'll know here if the camera doesn't mess up. But anyway, back in 1981, Jeff Knuckles, I liked him. He was my college buddy. Anyway, for some reason, it wasn't no holiday. I went to University of the Cumberlands. It wasn't no holiday. But on this weekend, the campus was dead. We couldn't believe it. You know, just that timing was so perfect that every student must have just left. But it was no holiday weekend. And we were walking across campus. He looks at me. He says, "Greg, you want to do something crazy?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "Let's walk the interstate, I-75. I said, "What?" He said, "Let's walk the interstate." This was I don't know, spring of 81. Let me think here. Spring of 81. Anyway, what we do, we walk about, I don't know how long it was, a couple miles to the interstate. And when we got there,